Okay, hello and welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Before I get into the footage for the first fight for this week, I wanted to say thank you guys. Over the weekend, YouTube told me, not YouTube told me, I was, uploading something earlier this week, and apparently over the weekend I hit 1,000 views total on the channel. So thank you everyone that has watched the videos. I really appreciate it. So yeah, 1,000 views total. Isn't a lot, but it's a start, and I love it. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. So let's get into this lovely Grand Arena, shall we? The first opponent for week 2 is I'm gonna call him Bob from the Swordman Guild. And old Bob here had the propensity to clear north, like to clear the northern zones, and try to win that way. That's what he did all of last week. Well, no, not today. I set up some different defenses up north, and he lost. So yeah, let's get rocking and rolling. What are we attacking first, though? I don't remember. We're gonna do the JML. It's a lot of Hellsteel and armor pin, and some resistance pin, not horrible. Okay. So for the JML fight, we're gonna do JMK with this one level 6 light side Datacron I have laying around. And yeah. No, I just wanted to start off the video by thanking y'all for getting me 1,000 views total for the entire channel. I really appreciate it. It's really cool. I didn't know how well my videos would be received, but 1,000 views total is pretty cool. I know it's not like close to what other people make or get on a single video, but you got to start somewhere, and I'm liking 1,000 total. Hopefully we just keep going upwards, But okay, we'll get back to the footage. Enough soppy, not soppy stuff. Enough of the. I gotta stop, bringing that up, because if I don't, then I'll just spend the whole video talking about it. But anyways, thank you guys again. So, if I remember correctly, I end up losing General Kenobi. Maybe not. I mean, he gets into his, ultimate stance change. But that damage immunity at the beginning of the fight was quite the tricky conundrum to get through, I couldn't just blast away at him immediately because, I don't have a dispeller on the team to ensure that I can, get through their damage immunity. But, I'm focusing down JML so that way they can stop getting all of his buffs and all that crap, and that way once he's dead I can focus on Jedi Knight Luke and then hopefully win. Okay, come on. Oh, Cat's getting low on health. I decided to pop the ult there so that way I could keep her alive for a little longer, and it ended up working out. So there we go. A very close, well, I say close, it was closer than I wanted it to be, but a close win. A win nonetheless. Okay, what are we doing now? I was also trying to do fights before the update yesterday. Whenever they said it was going to be at 2:15 Pacific, that'd be 4:15 Central, but I was trying to do fights before then, so I had to split the footage up in half, like I said in the video before this one, from the last fight of last week. Yes, it's weird that I'm doing recording on both days for them, but I got extremely sidetracked and didn't do the voiceover for the videos. But anyways, I was trying to cram as many fights as I could in before the supposed server update with Jabba coming out, Apparently my worry was for naught, because after I saw on Discord that they had pushed it back an hour, I'm like, well, screw it. We'll go back into GAC and, you know, get to rocking and rolling. No, and as a part of this shift in my defenses, I took my Savage Oppress off to see what I could maybe use him against. I didn't use him against anything, against this guy. I'll try to find something to use him against. But we shall see how well that turns out. Okay, now for the lovely Rey and Sith Eternal fights. They're also enjoyable. They're a lot more enjoyable now that Rey doesn't have her stupid busted ass Datacron from the first set, so it's a lot easier for me to win now. When do I need to switch to footage? Oh, I still have a few minutes. Anyways, I think it's after like a couple more fights before I have to pull up the other recording. Anyways, but yeah, just your standard run-of-the-mill Rey fight. Well, Sith Empire, Sith, good grief. Standard Sith Eternal Emperor, Zappy Palp, Gucci Palp, whatever you want to call it. You know, standard fight against his granddaughter Rey, whatever. I can't get the words out of my mouth right now. I wanted to save the ult until she came out of her ult stance, so that way I could actually kill. Well, no, you can kill. Now I'm questioning myself. Regardless, it didn't really matter because she's gonna end up losing. But I wanted to ensure that Finn and Poe died instead of, you know, oh, let me just use the ult. And nope, they didn't die, and then I lost. So, nah, well, I decided to wait and work it out for me. Okay. As we got through her lifeblood, we can maybe get her down. Ooh, a nice dodge. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. My mom was calling me to make sure I picked up my brother because apparently he was getting low. His blood sugar was. Him being type 1 diabetic makes things a little difficult for him. Poor kid. Yeah, anyways. So we beat Rey. Now we're gonna face off against Maul and his little motley crew. Well, not really motley, they're Relic 5s, but they're nothing to... I don't know, you can't really scoff at them and be like, only Relic 5. I mean, I can say that because I beat them with my Dark Trooper, so yeah. Anyways. I don't know what else to say about that. They're not gonna win. Gonna get the Days out. AoE to kill off Armorer. Now we're gonna kill Canderous in a second. There he goes. And now for Maul himself. And bye-bye Maul. Okay. Easy win. Wasn't max banners, but I can't really complain. Okay, now for this final fight up north before I switch videos. It is against a Dash Datacron with the level 9 rule that lets him take a turn every time you take a turn. And I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to tackle it because I didn't want to use a Galactic Legend, well, my only one left, which would be Kylo against it. So I thought maybe, just maybe, I could succeed with gas, and it ended up working out. So Jam, I hope you watch this video. Maybe it'll help you figure out the... Well, okay, so Jam was having issues today because one of his opponents, I can't remember which account it was, or if he said which account, but one of his opponents had put a Dash team like this, but instead of Ness, it had L3. So he was trying to figure out how to beat it, and I think I confused him because I said, like, you know, Gas, Rex, and 5s, but I said no Datacron. I meant, like, no Datacron on my team. His team, the guy I'm facing right now, obviously had a Datacron. But, yeah, there we go. It's basically just letting Gas do what Gas does best. Alright, give me 1 second. We're gonna look at fleets real quick, and he didn't change his fleets, so yay. Give me one moment. Okay, now the reason why I said he didn't change his fleets is because, he didn't change it at all from what he had said last week, so I knew what I was dealing with whenever, well, going into this fight, I knew what I was expecting to run into, and it looks like he also didn't change a single thing on defense either. So, thank you, whatever your name is. Excuse me, sorry. Thank you for, not changing defenses. Okay, so we're gonna take out Starkiller with Kylo, and at the end of this, after all the fights, I will talk about what he dropped battles on my defenses, because he dropped a lot of fights, and I mean quite a few, not just one or two. He dropped several. This dude was probably extremely peeved that I won because he made like a last second dash through my teams, but it didn't end up getting him anywhere. And there we go, about a 30-second fight against Starkiller. Now I know how to actually do that 3v3. I don't have to worry about, holding my C against him. I can use C against Malgus or Ray or someone else, Now the BAM Datacron here, I believe, was the cooldown one, if I remember correctly. If I'd have to look, or I could look, but I'm not going to. I'm pretty sure it was the cooldown one. So I was trying to think what would be the best team to use. So I'm just gonna settle on my Jedi Revan team, and we're gonna focus them down. We're gonna focus BAM down first, and then once BAM is dead, it's basically game, set, match. Sabine will go, yep, there she goes with her AoE, and then Bo. But BAM gets in the Whistling Bird stance. We're gonna knock him out there and then call it good. So, and there we go, another simple fight. I could have probably stalled it out to maybe get some banners back, but nah, that's fine. 2 lost banners isn't that bad. Now for this Mon Mothma team, I believe we're gonna do Iden, if I remember correctly. And then, after I did all the recording for these fights, I decided for shits and giggles to throw Grievous against Starkiller to see if I could do anything. No, it didn't work out. It didn't matter anyways. Oh no, we're not gonna do Iden Troopers. We're gonna do Sith Trio. I was worried it wasn't gonna work, to be completely honest, because the fact of how fast their Kyle Katarn is, and him being that 262 speed plus the 25% turn meter and all that he has, he's gonna go first regardless. And also with the Ripase buff that they got, they had me a little worried there. They were getting through my Darth Trey's health a little bit too quickly for my liking. But we got that knocked out. Now we're gonna slowly whittle down Kyle. I didn't want to kill him yet because I wanted to ensure that once Kyle died, he would die to the Annihilate from Darth Nihilus instead of just some kill from Scion or Traya. So I switched over to Kara to make sure, she doesn't do anything too drastic. Thank you, Kyle, for feeding more and more turns to my team. Another Isolate, and now we're gonna hit Kara. Let Kyle do his thing on his own accord. There goes Kyle, bye-bye. And now for Kara. Yeah, good luck reviving someone that can't be revived there, Mon Mothma. And voila! Yay! That marks the end of the fights that I did down south outside of the Darth Malgus fight I didn't bother recording. Now we're going to do fleets for the first time in a while. No, since like last week. Because I didn't do anything against the last guy in week 1. If I remember correctly, I didn't do anything against... No, the second guy I didn't do anything because he put the fuck you defense down. Maybe in the first guy. So it's been a week since I've done like fleets in Grand Arena. So this is refreshing. Let's see what... No. Okay. But yeah, I was tempted to put my rebels on defense and bring out my Empire for offense, but I ultimately didn't decide to do that. And since I have no idea, well, we have no idea what people used against our defenses on fleets, because guess what? They have still haven't fixed that. We can't look at fleet defenses in Grand Arena or Territory Wars and know how many battles they dropped, which is beyond annoying. Because I would really like to know now, while I'm doing the recording, if Bob dropped any battles on my teams. But looking at what he did against my fleets, he probably Executor mirrored it because the Executor got blown up. Probably did Malevolence against my Chimera, and then Malevelenced my Negotiator, maybe. But I also won't know until next week to be really for certain. And here we're going to have a fight that almost goes pear-shaped. Because I don't know if I just didn't register the fact or didn't think while I was looking at his defenses from last week that he leaves the Outrider out front on his Rebel fleet instead of the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, the stupid little triple tap of it's yeah, a bit of a pain in the ass. Not the biggest fan of it. But I'm getting closer to getting the Outrider 7-star. I think I need like 50-something shards of it. And also a stupid lucky dodge from the Y-Wing was annoying. But yeah, I'm getting closer to it. I've been doing at least 1 or 2 refreshes a day, depending on how I feel that day. Actually, speaking of refreshes, I'll do one real quick. I think it'll be the second one for today, but that's fine. Let's see, ships. Oh, I'm at 49 of 100. Let's see if I get 1 or none. We got 2. Okay, so now I'm at 51 of 100. So, yeah, 49 more to go. That's pretty good. I'll take it. Okay, his Outrider's dead. Biggs is dead finally. Now we can start chipping away at everything else. If I remember correctly, they do take out that, yeah, they took out the TIE Fighter. Oh well. There goes their stupid Y-Wing. Now we're gonna hunt Sabine. I'm not exactly sure why I wasted that heal thing on the TIE Silencer, but oh well. There goes Cassian's U-Wing. That was quite amusing, actually. I might use that as the thumbnail. I don't know. 300k hit on freaking U-Wing. It's pretty impressive. There goes the Ghost 2. Here comes his stupid heal. Yes, do your stupid 2 moves in a row. Then we're gonna almost knock it out. And there we go. Oh wow, that was almost 310,000 damage on the second hit. Nice. Okay, now for the Resistance. We're going to do Rebels against it. See, my thought was if I put my Rebels on defense, I was going to use my Empire against this team. But obviously, like I said a few minutes ago, I did not do that. So, yeah. I was trying to decide between either doing the Raven's Claw or Bistian's U-Wing. But I went with the U-Wing instead of the Raven's Claw. I'm trying to think now because I know like these 3 ships minus it'd be the Y-Wing, the Outrider, and Han's Millennium Falcon are like the leading ships. You have a starting lineup for the profundity. So I need the Ghost 2, the Phantom, and then something else. I think like the third was optional, like the third ship for reinforcement. But yeah. What does that leave us for home one? That leaves Biggs and Wedge, the Raven's Claw, the 2 U-Wings if you don't use them with the Profundity, which I don't think you necessarily need to do. So are they trying to move us to having only 5 ships in each, like a fleet lineup? Or, because if they are, that's pretty fucking janky of UCG. Just release actual ships and we won't have this problem. I know it requires effort from you lazy fuckers, but just make some actual ships and we will all be happy. Well, happier, I should say. And we won't be as stressed about fleets, because most people don't enjoy doing fleets. Okay, so that's the end of the footage. Let me get the screenshots pulled up on my phone. Okay, so the final score was 1128 to 938. He dropped on 2 of my teams up north. My Boba team, he did 3 fights on it. Against my Darth Revan team, he did 4, so that was lovely. And then down south, he dropped 2 fights on my Lord Vader. Didn't kill Lord Vader, he only killed Maul and Royal Guard. Dropped a fight on my Star Killer, dropped a fight on my Jedi Knight Luke team, and then he had a 2-shot my CLS. So I imagine he wasn't the happiest of campers at the end of it. But too bad, Bob. You should probably have changed your teams instead of, trying to rely on the same old setup like you did last week. But anyways, I'm gonna repeat it again one more time. But thank you guys for getting me to 1,000 views total on the channel. Like I said, I know it's not a lot, but it means a lot to me. And I hope we keep moving forward and growing. That sounded really corny to say, but I really do mean it. I really do hope we keep rolling and all that. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all next time.